So if you're a little bit sweaty like me, you've just done a hill run and you've just done some speed work, and your quads will be battered, your calves will be battered, your feet will be a little bit achy, your hip flexors will be a little bit achy and tight. This is the practice for you. We're going to target those areas, we're going to stretch those areas so that you can feel fresh than you do right now. You're going to reduce your injury risk because you're going to help those muscle tendons feel supple. And this is inspired by a comment from David Ewens, and I hope I've pronounced your surname right there, David. But David asked if I was planning to do any hill running or speed work recovery sessions. So this is it, David. Thank you. So you're going to need a strap or a belt or a towel or a dressing gown strap, because we're going to work into the calf muscles to start. So in seated, what we're going to do is we're going to straighten the right leg and bring the left foot into a relaxed position. So just make sure it's relaxed but it's bent. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the strap around the ball of the feet. So we're not going to squish the little toe too much, and we're going to take the hands by the side here. Now we will get a little bit of hamstring involved in this, but we don't want to focus too much on the hamstring, although that's a nice stretch. We want to secondary stretch the hamstrings. We want to focus right on the gastrocnemius, which is the main belly of the calf muscle. So what we can do with that is we can just gently start to pull, or actually a little bit forcefully start to pull, and you might notice that stretch in the main belly of the calf muscle. Always keep a tiny bend in the leg, so it's straight but it's not fully locked out. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to gently push into the toes to push that strap a bit further away. Then we're going to pull in the hands a little bit, and then we're going to push through the toes. So there's a really slow, gentle pulse with this, and we're stretching that main gastrocnemius. And this dynamic movement is one of the nicest, quickest, most effective ways to recover the calf muscles, to help them recover. So after a nice intense hill run, they've been taking lots of pounding, or maybe you've been doing some speed sessions. Again, maybe you're doing some more speed work where you've been having to push off a little bit harder. The gastrocnemius, the main belly muscle in the calf, will have taken a bit of a brunt of that. So we're just pulsing with that into a nice deep stretch and then pushing away. So it's active, it's not a passive, because we're pushing and then we're pulling, and we're also resisting a little bit, but not too much. And again, this is the best form of prehabilitation is the word. So prehab, so we're prehabbing and making the muscles effective in their recovery, but also making sure that they are still staying supple and not stiffening up, tensing up, not shortening too much, and we're resetting them. Now we're just going to pause there for a moment. What we're going to do now is bending this knee. We're going to get into the smaller muscle, which is the soleus in the calf muscle. And to do that, we need to bend the knee a little bit. Now we're going to pull that, and you might be able to feel that stretch in the soleus. If you're not, you just need to straighten the leg a little bit more, but not fully where it was a moment ago, because we want to get into that soleus muscle, that little tiny one. And again, we're doing a similar thing. And this should just feel in a slightly different area. So not as much into the main belly of the calf. And we're just getting that really nice slow pulsing again. Trying to stay nice and tall through the spine. So I noticed there I was rounding from my back a little bit. So just lift up nice and tall. Try and relax the shoulders, although they're pulling. And again, really gentle little pulse. Nice deep stretch, then push and release. Deep stretch, push and release. And this is just so good. It's so good for the Achilles tendon as well, the largest or the strongest tendon in the muscle, in the body, sorry. That takes a battering from hill running and from speed work. So really nice dynamic massaging recovery stretch for it. And then we're just going to release that. And then just feel, as you just have a little bit of a massage, so bounce the calf muscle into the mat and just feel how that feels now. Does it feel a little bit looser? Does it feel a little bit lighter? And as you straighten the left leg out, just compare the difference between the sensations in the left and the sensations in the right. It's quite clearly and obvious that the one that we've just been working feels different to the one that we haven't. So we're going to do that work to the other side. So we're going to bring that right leg into a relaxed position. Find the balls of the feet. Again, don't squish the little toe. We're going to go for a relatively straight leg, not fully locked out. We don't want to be pushing the knee too straight. And grip the strap to the point that we feel a good stretch in that gastrocnemius, the main calf muscle, the big belly of the calf muscle. and then push away. So push away, pull into the stretch deeply, push away. Again, we're sitting quite tall because we don't want to be leaning too far forwards over, because if we do lean too far forwards over, we're going to get loads of hamstring, and we want to be focusing on the calf muscle. So again, pull in, nice deep stretch, push away, pull, nice deep stretch, push away. And again, this dynamic movement, as you continue to just do that, I'll talk. This dynamic movement it's like massaging. It's like we're getting a massage from a sports therapist right now. It's just really healthy to keep fluid and suppleness in those tendon tissues that have been taking a bit of a battering. It helps reset the impulses in the muscles as well. So those excitatory and relaxation impulses, the short stretching cycle. Okay, and then just have a little bit of a break on that. We're going to bend the knee again. So we're going to get into that tiny little soleus muscle. So you won't feel this as much in the big belly of the calf. It'll be more like in one specific tiny little area, maybe on the inside of the calf muscle. Again, if you're getting too much in the belly of the calf muscle, just bend the knee that a little bit more. Pull into the deep stretch, sit up nice and tall, and just push slightly away. So again, it's active, it's not passive. Everything we do is active, because that's when we're getting the best form of neural connection. The nervous system is working, we're having to push against it. So the signal pathways from the brain to the muscles are strengthening and being active. It's not just a passive stretch. So this is also good for developing that brain-body connection. Okay, last one, and then just release. Take that strap to the side. Straighten the legs, just feel that work that we've just done. Should feel nice, the calf muscles now. So we're going to work into the hip flexors and the quads now, which take a battering. So I'm going to sit facing you, and this is my left leg, but it looks like you're right. So we'll go right side, and we'll bring the left one round the back here. Now this right arm, I'm going to reach it backwards, relaxing the shoulder. I'm going to pull this left foot towards the left hip, so slightly off the floor, until the point where you can feel a little bit of a stretch already maybe in the quads and going up into the hip flexors at the top of the thigh. And then we're just going to gently relax and look over that left shoulder, relax the shoulders, and then we're going to pulse really slowly with that heel into the hip and release. Heel into the hip and release. Again, it's the movement of the stretch that's massaging those tissues in the body. Also, we're relaxing with the breathing, so don't hold and tense with the breath. Breathe in and out. Let everything be relaxed, and you signal to the body that it's time to switch gears now. It's time to unwind, trying to relax. So nice, good quad and hip flexor stretch. Pulsing into it. That dynamic movement is the massaging, refreshing, resetting. And trying to breathe in and out through the nose if you can, so that you're helping your breath recovery as well. I can already feel that my heart rate's coming down as I've been focusing on those longer exhales. Okay, and then just relax and come back to the centre. And then just bring both legs out in front, and then just feel that work that you've done again. And one side feels completely different to the other. Before we go any further, just give this video a thumbs up if you are enjoying it. If you're feeling like you wanted to comment and let me know that you are human at the other end of it and you're not sure what to put, just put thanks for the video. It's so nice to see that people are commenting, joining this community that I'm growing. It's a growing YouTube channel, and people are starting to jump on board, they're improving their recovery game, and it's so nice to see the humans at the other end of these players that keep going up. So thank you for commenting. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe. That's all the formal bit. I need to say that because it helps my channel get to more people, and we spread the message that you need to look after your body, particularly after running, so that we can run better, we can run for longer. So same thing on the other side. So I've got left leg, I'm going to bring my right foot into my hand and pull my right heel into my hip. This left hand, take it round the back and twist and look over, and I'm pulsing really slowly with that heel into the hip and releasing. Into the hip and release. Try and keep the elbows and the shoulders relaxed, and breathe those nice long slow exhales. You should be feeling that your body is starting to feel a little bit more recovered and a little bit more calmer, relaxed. after the intense stuff that we've just done. So we're almost there. Okay, and just release, and then last one into the quads and the hip flexors. And we're going to come onto your hands and knees. And then what we're going to do is step in the right foot to the outside of the right hand. And then we're going to just lunge deeply into that hip flexor. Take that back knee back and let the hips come down. If this feels like you could go a little bit further, so really important, don't judge your body against mine. If I go further and you're like, oh, no way, we're not doing that, don't do it. You stay here. So if you feel like you could bring the left foot up and take hold of the left foot with the right hand. That's going to increase the stretch in the quads, in the quadriceps. So you're going to feel that into the thigh a little bit more. Relax the shoulders, and you can look down or you can look up. And again, if you're here, that's absolutely fine. Just keep letting that hip sink into the floor. So then you're looking down or looking up, breathing, and then just getting a really gentle pulse again. So we're massaging with the dynamic movement, having a nice gentle wiggle, breathing and just pulsing the hip down, pulsing the hip up. And don't force. If you notice, I'm comfortably talking here. I'm really easy. I'm not like tensing. So don't be aggressive to your body. Don't be smashing it. Don't be really unkind. It's a slow, gentle massage. I'm at about a 7 out of 10 here, and I'm not going any further than a 7 out of 10 in terms of intensity, because that was just too brutal. Okay, and then just slowly release. Hands to the floor, and then step that right foot back and feel and notice the difference. I'm going to step the left foot up to the outside of the left hand. Again, lunge that hip down, that right hip into the floor. And then again, if this is good for you and this is the right shape for you, you just pulse with that here. But if you feel like you could go further, you could bring that right foot up and you take hold of that foot. Relax the shoulders, look down or look up. Breathe, and then just gently pulse with the foot or pulse with the hip. So find a little bit of wiggle, a little bit of dynamic movement, make it soft. You're using the movement to gently massage. Again, you're not using the movement to be aggressive to your body. We want to reset and refresh your body after a tough hill or speed session. Okay, we're nearly there. And then coming out of that, again, hands down, step that left foot backwards, just feel all of the work. Come to seated. Just pause for a moment and notice how your body feels. So you should feel a lot more calmer, you should feel better, your body should feel nicely stretched. These muscles that we've just worked are going to be a lot more supple, they're going to aid your recovery, which is going to reduce your injury risk, and it's ultimately going to help you run better. You're going to be able to run for longer because your body is more supple. You're going to avoid tightness, stiffness that could lead to injury and imbalances in your flexibility and in each side of your body. So thank you. Press the thumbs up now. Comment, just say thanks for the video. If you're not sure what to put, let me know how it felt in your body. And if you're not subscribed, do subscribe. Share it with a friend. It's all that usual formal stuff, but it really does help my channel grow and reach other runners like us. And we're able to spread the message of up your recovery game, because you will be able to keep running. You will be able to run for longer. You'll be able to run better if you work on your body. Well done, and I shall see you in the next video.